Shots rang out, shell casings lined the streets. Neighbors say the cops never came. Good evening, everyone. I'm Crystal Gutierrez. Those neighbors say they called 911 not once, but twice to report a drive-by. Police have a different story, saying they did stop by. News 13's Cole Miller is live in the Newsplex with the details.
Yeah, Crystal, this is shaping out to be more of a he said, she said. Neighbors saying one thing, cops another. But one thing is for certain, a home and a car are both littered with bullet holes.
I was awake and heard multiple gunshots.
Neighbors say their normally quiet northeast Albuquerque neighborhood was anything but that early this morning.
I went outside and saw casings in the street and immediately called APD 911 and was told that an officer would be out shortly.
But this woman and several others say that never happened, so they called again.
I was told by the operator that there were no officers available in the Northeast, so they would send one if one became available.
2 hours passed. They waited outside, but still, they say, no sign of police.
We are paying for these services that are not being rendered, and that's not acceptable.
The apparent target, this home. Its garage door littered with bullets, at least 4 of them lodged well into the metal. A Jeep parked out front also taking fire. Neighbors say there were people inside when the gunfire started.
Had somebody been shot, they would be dead by now.
Sticking to their story, that help never came.
So we wanted to know what police have to say about this. Well, they say an acting sergeant came out shortly after that call came in and knocked on the home's door, but nobody answered.
Police tell us the caller didn't want to be contacted, and since no one answered the door at the home, that sergeant left. Officers returned later in the day, interviewing neighbors and looking at those shell casings before leaving. Neighbors say it's too little, too late.
I feel like as a citizen, I now need to ensure that I'm prepared for these situations to protect my family in the future.
Police say the sergeant that came out to the scene early this morning was in a clearly marked unit. However, another group of neighbors say they were in a nearby garage and never saw one. Crystal, back to you.
All right, thanks, Cole. Now, the neighbor we spoke to says she supports APD fully. She just worries they're understaffed and hopes that can change soon.